And now, you are watching WCTV News live at 5.
Welcome to WCTV's Newscast. I'm Seth Adams.
And I'm Ethan Spazarski.
The NFL Draft is in Pittsburgh for the first time since 1947. Brady Donovan and Stone Manges attended the game for opening day to have an inside look at what to expect for this year's festivities.
This week, draft festivities kicked off in Pittsburgh as the NFL draft area opened on the North Shore and at Point State Park. On Wednesday, the day opened up with the opening of a new football field in the Hazelwood district of the Monongahela Valley. NFL and Steeler dignitaries like Commissioner Roger Goodell, Steelers head coach Mike McCarthy, GM Omar Khan, Pittsburgh Mayor Corey O'Connor, and Steelers President Art Rooney attended the event. Following the ribbon-cutting ceremony at the officially named Community Field at Hazelwood Green, attendees had the opportunity to watch NFL Play Football Showcase and chat with multiple college prospects hoping to have their name called on Thursday.
Every day I strive for greatness. I strive to be a better version of myself. So without Coach Free, I wouldn't have the principles that I have today in order to be a better man. So I'm really appreciative to Coach Free. And, he got something great going on Notre Dame. They're going to have a great season. I got great guys there, and Coach Free's the right man to put everything together. So they're going to have great success, but I love Coach Free, and that's my guy.
The day then transitioned to downtown Pittsburgh, where members of the media had the chance to see the first glimpse of everything the draft has to offer. Fans will have the option to view the draft from one of three different places. The draft stage, which is outside the Pro Shop at Acrisure Stadium, here in the lower bowl, presented by Tops, or over at Point State Park. There are three different attractions, three different zones that fans will be able to enjoy the NFL draft at. The main draft stage outside of the stadium will host the majority of the fans coming to hear the names called of their favorite college prospects, while overflow fans will be seated in the lower bowl of Acrisure Stadium, with a view of the Tops field level that features field goal kicking, a flag football field, and the Tops experience. The third option for fans this weekend is the NFL experience at Point State Park. Prospects will walk across the red carpet at the confluence of the three rivers tonight, while fans get to take in Steelers country and the rest of the amenities at the park. The NFL Draft kicks off this Thursday night here from the North Shore, with draft days on Friday and Saturday to follow. Reporting live from Pittsburgh, I'm Stone Mangus, WCTV Channel 14.
WCTV's Kat Taylor gave us an inside look at one of the student-run businesses here at Waynesburg University.
Reggie Branson, a 2025 graduate of Waynesburg University and the current graduate assistant for the eHive, is running a thriving business here on campus. His business focuses on interior car detailing, offering students and staff a convenient and high-quality service. Branson shared what inspired him to start the business.
It was required for a class, New Ventures Creations, an entrepreneurship class, and ever since then I realized, I enjoy doing this. I'm making a little money while I'm in school, and I decided to keep it going. So now I've been doing this for about 3 years, and it's really cool. It's a way for me to connect with students. It's a way for me to make some extra money, and it's a way for me to run a business and get some experience and have real-world learning.
Branson promotes his services through Instagram, where he showcases before and after results, lists pricing, and allows customers to easily reach out and schedule appointments through direct messages. Grace Highland shares her experience as a customer.
So I just got my car in November, so I had it really, really clean, and then winter hit, and then I got a dog, so there was salt and snow and dog hair everywhere, and now it looks like I just got a new car, so I've loved my experience with him.
With a strong work ethic and growing customer base, Branson is proving that a simple idea can turn into a thriving business. Reporting for WCTV, I'm Kat Taylor.
Coming up for Waynesburg University is finals week. Next week. The final schedule can be found on the Students MyConnect page. On Monday, the Counseling and Pathways Center presents Jasper the Therapy Dog. Jasper will be on campus from 2 to 3:30 in the Skylight Room of the Eberly Library. To see all of the upcoming events around campus, students can head to their MyConnect pages to find that link.
Coming up, updates on the ongoing Iranian-U.S. conflict.
Plus, an update on the reclassification of marijuana. the federal government is moving to reclassify marijuana. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche signed an order Thursday that would make it a Schedule III drug. That's the same as Tylenol with codeine and ketamine. Right now, it's a Schedule I drug like heroin and ecstasy. Schedule I drugs are considered to have no medical uses. Rescheduling marijuana would open the door to more research on its medical properties. It would also likely ease the federal tax burden on dispensaries in states where the drug is legal.
President Donald Trump said Wednesday he has no time frame for the war with Iran to end, and no rush to end it. The comments came in on a Fox News interview. Trump had previously said the war could last up to 4 to 6 weeks, but now it's entering its 7th week. Trump also rejected suggestions of political considerations that are influencing his approach. He said the midterm elections are not a driving motivation to end the war, as people have claimed.
President Donald Trump says the U.S. will attack any Iranian boats placing mines in the Strait of Hormuz. On social media, he says the American Navy won't hesitate to, quote, shoot and kill. It's a repeat of a threat he issued last month. Trump also says U.S. minesweepers are working to clear the waterway. The new comments came after Trump said he'd extend a ceasefire with Iran. He says he's awaiting a long-term proposal from Tehran.
The New York Times is raising concerns about press freedom after what it calls an alarming move by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The newspaper says the agency began investigating one of its reporters after she published a story about FBI Director Kash Patel and his girlfriend. According to the Times, agents searched databases for information on reporter Elizabeth Williamson. The Times executive editor called the inquiry an attempt to criminalize routine reporting. The FBI disputes that characterization, saying the agents were investigating death threats against Patel's girlfriend and asked about the reporter as a part of the case. Officials say no further action has been taken. Still, press freedom advocates and insists on a conduct amounts of abuse of power.
That will do it for your national news. Coming up next is Brett Gambita with your business and entertainment update. But first, we're going to take a look outside at what's going on with the weather.
We had a little cold spell on Monday and Tuesday with some lower temperatures, but we've been back up in the high-ish 70s, so stay tuned for a full update later here on the Newscast. I'm Brett Gambita with your business and entertainment update. Paramount's takeover of Warner Brothers Discovery passed a hurdle today. WBD's shareholders approved the deal in a special meeting. It was widely expected because WBD stock was trading at $8 a year ago. Paramount is offering $31 per share. Executives say they believe the merger to be complete by the end of September, but that may be too optimistic. Several state attorneys general and European regulators have signaled they may challenge it. Spotify is marking its 20th anniversary by revealing what music its users have shared and streamed the most. The artist in the top spot, Taylor Swift. Bad Bunny takes second place in that category and has the #1 album. The Weeknd's Blinding Lights is the most streamed song. In the non-music category, the Joe Rogan Experience is the top podcast. The popular audiobook A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan has tips on easy, energy-efficient ways to lower your utility bills.
You Utility bills have skyrocketed in recent years. Real estate company Ruby Home estimates American households are paying an average of $610 a month on utilities. Winter electric costs have jumped 35% in the last 5 years, according to the National Energy Assistance Directors Association. So what's causing prices to increase?
Our electricity system in this country is old. There's a lot more demand on that old system.
Kate Colarulli with Clean Choice Energy says extreme weather patterns are also a factor in rising utility prices. Weather experts are predicting record heat this summer, which means cranking up your AC and putting more pressure on your wallet.
When the demand for air conditioning spikes, prices follow.
Colarulli says small changes can have a big impact on your bills this summer. She suggests raising your thermostat by a few degrees at night. Keep blinds and shades down during the day to block out sunlight. Run your dishwasher and washing machine early in the morning and keep your water heater at 120 degrees. More expensive changes include upgrading appliances to energy-efficient models or switching to a clean source of energy like installing solar panels, but it's a big upfront cost.
Over the long haul, as we look ahead 5, 10, 15 years, that is a source of fuel that is absolutely free, and that's really setting our country up for cheaper electricity over time.
Colarulli suggests shopping around for the best deals. Some companies will allow you to lease solar panels. Federal government and even many states and cities offer tax credits and incentives for clean energy upgrades to your home. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Taylor Frankie Paul and Dakota Mortensen won't return for Season 5 of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That's according to People, which says the show set was to resume this week. In March, police opened in Utah a domestic assault investigation involving the ex-couple, but prosecutors have declined to pursue charges against either party. People says it didn't immediately receive comments from Hulu or representatives from Paul or Mortensen. ABC has also called off the season of The Bachelorette that involved Paul. We've got your first looks at a trio of movies coming to theaters this summer and fall. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Clayface is DC Studios' first horror thriller, starring Tom Rhys-Harris as the man who goes from rising Hollywood star to Gotham City villain. The Batman-adjacent movie hits theaters October 23rd.
People speak of Robin Hood. Tell us stories. They're all lies.
Hugh Jackman stars in The Death of Robin Hood. The iconic outlaw gets a chance for salvation after a lifetime of crime and murder. The thriller arrives in theaters June 19th.
Have you been horribly injured by a product made by the Acme Corporation?
It's not your fault. There's probably someone to blame.
The name of the case is Coyote versus Acme.
Rather violently switching gears, here's your first look at Coyote versus Acme, with Will Forte as a lawyer just as hapless as his client, and John Cena as the lawyer for the massive company with the combustible product line. The live-action and animation hybrid explodes in theaters August 28th. Meet Meeping in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
That'll do it for your business and entertainment update. I'm Breck Mbita. When we return on the newscast, Joe Shirillo has your sports.
Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm Mia Hinkins, and welcome to Buell Hall, home of Waynesburg University's Department of Communication. If you visit our campus, you'll have the opportunity to attend some comm classes, enjoy lunch with our students, and watch us in action. We hope to see you here soon at Waynesburg University.
To schedule your personal visit, go to waynesburg.edu/admissions/schedule-visit. Come grow with us at Waynesburg University.
Welcome back to the newscast of WCTV. I'm Joe Schrillo with your sports. For Waynesburg, softball has officially clinched a spot in the President's Athletic Conference playoffs beginning on April 30th. They did so after their split of the doubleheader with St. Vincent College, where they lost Game 1 7-6 and won Game 2 5-3. Morgan Walt in Game 2 has now completed her 7th complete game and is 8-0 on the season as a starter. With this continued success, she has now been nominated as this week's PAC Newcomer of the Week. They are currently playing Penn State Barron in a non-conference doubleheader. Softball is 25-11 overall and 13-7 in the conference before the Barron doubleheader. Baseball is vying for anything but last place in the PAC standings. Currently 2-16 in the conference and last place, upcoming opponents of Teal and Geneva are also teams not making the playoffs and trying to keep themselves from last in the conference. Track and field continues their season going into the PAC championships this coming week, led by Jacob Parker, who at the Mountaineer Showcase broke the school record for hammer throw and won titles in hammer throw, shot put, and discus. With those victories, he earned the PAC Fielder Athlete of the Week. Moved to the Pittsburgh market, the big day is here. The NFL Draft begins, and the Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock. In about 3 hours, the first round of the 2026 NFL Draft will begin right in front of Acrisure Stadium of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Many of our own students are working the event, and we could not be more excited for them. The Steelers have the 21st overall pick with 11 more picks backing that up, being the most picks of any NFL team this year. Be sure to tune in tonight at 8 p.m. on ABC and ESPN. The Penguins will play Saturday night in hopes to keep the season alive after falling to the Philadelphia Flyers 3-0 in the 1-7 win series. If the Penguins do win, they will travel back to Pittsburgh and play on Monday night. If they lose, their season will be over. The Pirates continue their away stretch in the last game of the series against the Texas Rangers. First pitch is at 8:05 p.m. Tomorrow evening, they begin an away series against the Brewers from Friday to Sunday, and come Monday, they begin a home series against the Cardinals in a 4-game home stretch. That is all I have for your sports. When we return, Brett Gambita brings us the weather for the upcoming weekend. I'm working here. My bad.
Welcome back to the newscast. I'm Brett Gambita with the weather. It's currently 76 degrees here in Waynesburg, 1 degree from what our high was for the day here at 77. Temperatures overnight will decrease into the mid to low 60s. And looking ahead at tomorrow a little bit, a really nice day as well, a high of 79, a low of 57, partly cloudy skies. And Saturday, though, not so much. 80% chance of rain, cloudy skies, high of 70. Sunday, 67 high, 46 low. And looking ahead at next week as well, Monday, maybe our students can get outside and enjoy some of the nice weather during the day of study. Nicest day of the week for sure. The most of the week you're looking at lows in the mid-40s with highs in the 60s and 70s. There is a slight chance of rain on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's all for the weather here on the newscast. Sending it back up to the desk.
For the newscast, live at 5, for everyone behind the scenes and in front of the camera, We thank you for watching.
Stay tuned on our WCT YouTube page and social media platforms for more Waynesburg content.
This has been a production of Waynesburg Community Television.